Artificial Intelligence Institute for Progress. Can we give a round of applause? Okay, my name is Ruth Kitty Kirana, and it's a privilege to be your Master of Ceremony for today. I am currently the Program Lead of AIIP and also the Senior Manager for PJAR Foundation. So if you have any collaboration opportunities on innovations or startup development, please feel free to come up to me after the event. Now, I would like to extend a special acknowledgement to our sponsors and endorsers. We would love to acknowledge Tokopedia and Amazon Web Service as our main sponsors, and also to Gerakan Seribu Startup Digital Kominfo for allowing us to use this space to share more about the AIIP program. So, to kick off our event officially, I am pleased to introduce you to our newly launched initiative called AI Institute for Progress. So AI Institute for Progress, or we call AIIP, is a collaborative initiative by PJAR Foundation and Alpha GWC Ventures, which is dedicated to advance AI technology in Indonesia. We facilitate partnerships across public and private sectors to accelerate AI adoption and development nationwide. By uniting with like-minded organizations and leaders, AIIP aims to pioneer advancements in AI understanding, technology development, and adoption, and we aim to establish Indonesia as a leader in AI innovation. Now, without further ado, we are so grateful for all of your support during our launch day. We host more than 800 participants, and we hope this is the start for our journey in accelerating AI in Indonesia. Thank you so much for being here. And for the next session, we are honored to invite Ibu Gita Andini, the Program Manager, Startup Ecosystem Development at the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology, to give the welcoming speech to our workshop today. To Ibu Gita, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to Markas. Here is our space for the community and for all the ecosystem players to create an event or the program to support the startup ecosystem, especially for the founders and for other startup. Okay, so we initiate this space open for all the institution or the key player on this ecosystem to make program support to the entrepreneur. Okay, next. So from the Kominfo we have 3 main programs to support the startup, especially on early stage startup and until to the later stage. So we have 3 main programs: 1000 Startup Digital, Startup Studio Indonesia, and also Hub ID. On the 1000 Startup Digital, we focus on the grooming the ecosystem and also the awareness. So we focus on the founder from the ideation until they have the prototyping product. And then for the advanced program, we have Startup Studio Indonesia. This program we focus on the startup, help them to find their market fit product. We support them with the coaching with our expert from various industry, and also we help them to match with the venture capital and other industry. And the other one also we have Hub ID. This program is focused on the later stage startup. So we have a business matchmaking program. Here, on this year, we have the program on September. So we invite the startup and the VC from, not only from the Indonesia, but from the Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, to coming on the summit and to meet with the selected startup on this program. So this is our 3 main program. Besides that, we are also open with all the ecosystem players like AIIP, who wants to collaborate with us to provide the program on AI, right? On AI to support what kind of the opportunity or the innovation can provide with AI. So we are really happy to participate or to collaborate on this program. We hope that this program also can help us to find more innovation on this technology, on this AI, especially on Kominfo. We have the technology focus, like in AI, blockchain, and something like that. So we are happy to welcome you guys to our space. Please enjoy the event, and hopefully this event can help you to create your innovation and also making a network here. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ibu Gita, for welcoming us today. Yes, so on to the big event. But before, I would love to let you know about a few house rules in AIIP. The first one is, of course, be attentive, silence your phone, and also at the end of our event, we would love to know your feedbacks about the event, make our program better so that we can help you network and help you gain more insights from our partners and also speakers. We also encourage you to share your moments today on social media. Please tag us on AIIP Indonesia on Instagram or LinkedIn at Artificial Intelligence Institute for Progress. And also, please use hashtag AI for Progress to get featured. I think that's all. So right now, we are moving on to the main session. I would love to introduce you to the moderator for today's fireside chat. Here we have Mas Ray Frederick Jayadinata, the Program Director of AIIP. Mas Ray is a venture partner at Alpha GWC Ventures. He has more than 20 years of experience in tech and financial sectors with a focus on Asian markets. Most recently, he served as the Group CTO of Traveloka, driving technological innovation in Southeast Asia, leading travel tech companies. Ray is passionate about the Asian markets and groundbreaking technologies with innovative entrepreneurs in Southeast Asia. So please give a warm welcome to Mas Ray. Please take the stage. Okay, and also I would love to introduce you to our super speakers today. Here we have Mr. Girish Dilip Patel, the Head of Technology, Generative AI and Digital Native at AWS ASEAN. He has more than 20 years of experience in the tech industry, advising super apps and digital native businesses. He has worked across USA, Canada, South America, UK, Asia Pacific, and Japan, and his expertise is in deep learning, distributed and parallel computing, and also big data analytics. In his current role, he investigates emerging technologies and their impact on business models, and also helps build strategy for upcoming opportunities. He is excited about what is possible for ASEAN with open source AI. Please welcome Mr. Girish to the stage. Please give a warm welcome, everyone. Okay, before we begin, I encourage participants to write your questions through slido.com, or you can just scan the QR code and submit your questions there for Mr. Girish to answer. I think that's all, and I would love to give the stage to Pak Ray. Can we have a applause, everyone, to welcome?
Hello. Hello everyone, welcome. How's everybody doing? Good, baik-baik semua ya. Terima kasih. Thank you for your presence today. I was supposed to speak from there, but it feels too far. I want to get close to you. I want to be able to see you at the back as well. So, again, thank you for your presence. I think if you are here today, that I know that you're not only interested in AI, but you're interested in more than that, right? You're interested in finding out whether AI is just a hype or there's something real about it. You're interested perhaps in how to extract the most value out of AI, real business impacting value, and how to tap that into something that you're building, maybe a startup that you're starting, or implement that for your company, right? So today, I'm hoping that we can all learn together from Girish. And next, please. No, yeah, all right. All right, so I think all of us are aware there's like a huge, gigantic wave of excitement for AI, right? But many of you know also that AI has been around for a long time before that. And I think it's fair to say that it all started with this, ChatGPT 3.5. It was released in 2022. What happened is that many non-tech people who are not that aware of AI before suddenly became aware, right? AI is awesome, AI is fantastic. And next, please. And if you are a head of engineering, or if you are a CTO or VP of engineering, you suddenly start getting all these questions from the CEO, from the board, from your boss, right? What is our AI strategy going to be? When are you going to release something about AI? What if our competitor release something and then we get leapfrog and we'll never recover, right? Next, please. And of course, apart from all the excitement, there's fear as well. I think people are extrapolating a very sharp trajectory of AI. By and large, they can be divided into three camps, right? The first camp is like, okay, AI is going to continue the trajectory, and then there's going to be an artificial general intelligence, and then it will kill us all, like this gentleman, right? That's one. Secondly, it's the same. AI will continue its trajectory, but then with some guardrails, we'll be okay, we'll be safe. And then there's a third camp where the thought is that, okay, there might be something about AI architecture today that will prevent it from turning into the general intelligence that we all have today, right? If you ask me, I think I'm leaning more towards the third camp, but then again, in each of those camps, there are people who are way smarter than I'll ever be, so who knows, yeah? Next, please. And of course, there's a question of where do we get out of the AI investment? So I'm not sure how many of you seen this, but this was back in 2023. The question, AI 200 billion question, the question is about, okay, where is the revenue that is supposed to cover the investment that has been put into building AI, right? And the answer was there was a hole, and the hole was about $200 billion. Next, please. And this is in June. About 9 months later, the $200 billion hole has become a $600 billion hole, right? And I don't think we have the answer yet for this today. Next, please. And of course, if you watch the news, there are many companies who are saying something similar as well. Goldman was saying that, okay, Gen AI, are we getting too little benefit out of the money that we are spending? So, next, please. And let's not forget about the hallucinations, right? All the potential benefits of AI, but also the potential danger of AI. You see this how even the likes of Google and Meta hasn't solved this problem yet. There are still problems that we have with AI, right? Next, please. All right, so my last slide before I pass it to Girish. Yeah, okay. So what to do with AI today, right? I think all of us can agree on some assumptions. For example, yeah, we don't have billions of dollars, right, to train gigantic models. We don't have billions of dollars to acquire thousands of GPUs. We probably don't have access to the very top 0.001% of brain power in the world as well. And we are probably not chasing the general artificial intelligence, right? So, but there are some things that we know as well, the do's. So we have that excitement, and that is helpful because if before that, people who are non-technical maybe don't care so much, now, whether it's a hype or not, there is the excitement, and that helps in building the thing. We do have democratized access to the cutting edge of machine learning and AI, something that Girish will talk more about. The model keeps getting better, faster, cheaper. And last but not least, something that we've seen repeatedly through AIIP as well, is that we believe that there are practical business impact out of AI, right? But with that, I'll continue with the question, what to do with AI today, and I'll pass it to Girish. Thank you.
Thanks, Ray. So please allow me 2 minutes. I'm not very comfortable with me not having clicker in the hand, so I'm going to try something. Yeah. Can you put it here on a chair? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. Thank you. Okay, now I feel at home. Yeah. So I want to give you a sneak peek of what is happening and why I'm so excited, and you all should be excited as well. Not just for the technology, but also for our part of the world. Who is this? Yeah, his face used to look like, I don't know what. Okay, you know how does he look these days? He's looking cool, right? All this transformation has happened since he became like a big champion of open source AI. You know, it has coincided. I would like to claim that it is because of open source. He used to get accused of stealing people's data, but now people say, you know, this is what he has become. So when ChatGPT was launched, that time, a lot of people believed there is some secret sauce that there is this one lab has, and nobody can build that technology, okay? And I used to tell people around me that no, that is not the case, okay? The biggest secret of AI is that there are no secrets. There are literally no secrets, okay? So when you write software, you need to be very smart. You need to think about the situation. You need to figure out the business rules. You need to figure out the exceptions. And you need to write all that logic. And that logic is going to be written by 1,000 different people. It's going to have bugs when all the things are put together. So it takes years and years and years for software to get mature. Is that right? But that is not how AI works. Okay? So in AI, models are trained with this technology, or rather optimization technique called as backpropagation. Okay? And you design a model architecture. Now most architectures are turning out to be transformers. There used to be a huge variety back in the day, but there is an architecture that you will need to choose. You will need to provide the process with a lot of data and a lot of compute, and then it will do a lot of trial and error, and then it will use backpropagation to figure out the right model parameters. So in AI, the models are teaching themselves. Okay? It is not the creators of the model who are very smart. In AI, the maximum amount of brain power of all the people working on AI is not invested on AI by itself. It is invested on managing parallel computing and distributed computing. It is the scale that is the challenge. Okay? AI as such does not have a secret sauce. Whoever tells you, they either don't understand or they have a benefit in having that position. And that's why we see so many people have been able to build models that are great. There are like so many models coming out of China. Okay? Amazing. So many models coming out of small countries like UAE, Falcon, right? Mixtral from France is getting so good by the day. There are companies like Databricks, Snowflake, all of them are building these great models. Google has built Gemini, that is great too. Claude is now my most favorite model. It's very powerful. But now we have this Llama series of models, and thanks to that handsome hunk, Mark Zuckerberg, we have now models that exceed the GPT-4, which we all used to be so impressed with, and you can literally download it to your laptop, right? So this is the trajectory, and it is going to continue. The point I want to make is now the startups in Indonesia have access to the same technology, same knowledge, and same models that the startups in Bay Area have. So there is not a single thing that is missing in Indonesia that prevents you from building anything that could be great. I'm sorry, I just forgot to press the button. Yeah. So Ray, I'm going a bit slow, I'll speed up. There is another big trend that is happening. So when GPT-4 came, people knew through rumor mills that it is 2 trillion parameter model. Okay, how much storage space you require for 2 trillion parameter model in half precision? 4 terabyte. Yeah, FP16 is 2 bytes per parameter, so it's 4 terabyte. It's insane amount of RAM, and the amount of computation that is required for each and every token is proportionate to the number of parameters. Literally, like 4 trillion or more calculations will happen just to output one word. It requires so much memory, so much compute, so much power. And the people who sell hardware, they love it. Okay? If I were them, I would love it too. Right? So they kept on claiming that now we have 2 trillion parameter model, the next generation is going to be what, 10 trillion? And the generation after that, like 100 trillion. There is no upper limit. What is happening though is totally opposite. The models are getting smaller and they are getting more intelligent. Okay? So the Llama 3 8B, the current generation 8 billion parameter model is actually much more capable than previous generation 70 billion parameter model. So you have literally cut down the size by 90%, okay, 1/10 of the size approximately, and still the models are intelligent. So what it means is you probably don't need to sell your kidney, joke, to be able to run these models. They will be able to run on a lot of low power devices, like low power servers, your telco infrastructure, your laptops, your mobiles, and that is a trend that is not stopping. Yeah, so there are some of the techniques that are used to make the smaller models better. So one of the techniques is called as the teacher-student approach. So basically you train a much larger model and then you use that much larger model to condense the knowledge and transfer it to the smaller model. We don't have time to go through it, but because of these techniques, AI is getting affordable. Okay, so first of all, Indonesian startups have access to all the knowledge and all the models, open source technologies that startups in Bay Area have, and this technology is getting more and more affordable by each passing day. This demo is not going to run, unfortunately, because this system cannot convey or play the sound. So basically this was a demo. In the background there is this chip called as Grok. You're familiar with Grok, G-R-O-Q. So this is a new kind of hardware that can generate responses very fast, and this demo has a voice model put in front of the LLM. So you talk to the voice model consults the LLM, and you have this great experience of almost talking to a real human being. The answers are very nuanced, very intelligent, it doesn't get confused even when there is noise, so on and so forth. I cannot play it here, but I'm going to share the PPT. You can try these demos yourself. You can even scan these QR codes and you can play with these demos. Try Hume.ai. Okay, you will have such a brilliant experience. The reason I'm showing these things to you is because these things can be replicated with current generation open source technology on very affordable hardware, and Indonesian startups can do it to enable thousands of languages and dialects that are there in Indonesia. And I'm just focused on voice for now because we don't have much time. But the point I'm trying to make is possibilities are infinite. Next is multimodal models are getting better. I'm going to run a bit faster. So this is an example that was shown to this Lava model, which is open source. The model was asked to describe what is in the image. The model came up with this description. I'm not going to read it full, but the last line of description, the question is what is unusual about this image. It describes what is unusual about the image. And the last line, additionally the ironing board and the person's position could obstruct the driver's view or create a hazard for other road users. If somebody had asked me to describe the image, I couldn't have come up with that, right? So the models which are in open source domain, they are like getting way, way better, and it's not stopping. Okay, yeah, that was supposed to be a joke, but I played it a little too early. Okay, forget it. The beautiful thing that Meta has done is they have published not just the models, they have also published the training code. Okay, and they have published a very detailed report. So here they are describing how they plan to make these models multimodal, and these are going to be released in few months. So what it means is Indonesian startups are going to have access to best in class video, image, audio understanding models. Okay, so Amazon on its own, it's going to bring a lot of hardware to Indonesia in near future. It's going to bring a lot of commercial models. But in addition to that, you will have a lot of these great, very powerful open source options. Sorry. Yeah. How many of you have used Claude lately? Claude 3.5? Do you have paid subscription? Okay. So if you don't have, get the paid subscription. It is well worth it. The reason is Claude can now on the fly create diagrams, animations, apps to explain its point. So a physics teacher, he wanted to explain his students' motion of a pendulum. He asked Claude to create an animation. Claude wrote the code and created this animation on the fly. So we are going to see a lot of innovation in the product space because models are converging. All companies' models are reaching similar capabilities. So models are becoming commodity, and once models become commodity, the differentiation will be in the product layer. So you don't have to think about which model is better, which model is not better. You have to think about your cost, and more than that, you have to think about the use cases that you are going to solve with it. Okay, so as I said, since there is going to be a lot of innovation in the product space, a lot of big AI labs are hiring product people. So for example, this Instagram's co-founder, he joined Anthropic recently. So Indonesian startups are already great at building great products like Traveloka, Gojek, and everybody, right? So models are becoming cheaper, accessible, they're becoming a commodity. Indonesian people are already good at making great products. So I'm very excited about Indonesia. Yeah, so this is the last slide. What I want to say is